Hello, and welcome to Lord of the Rings Shadow of War. This is a sequel to Lord of the Rings Shadow of Mordor, which I did not play. Um, I have a bit of backstory going into this, though, even though this is a blind playthrough. So, the concept of this game has always appealed to me, or rather, the concept of both of the games has always appealed to me. Um, it's an open world, stealth 'em up type of game in exactly the sort of style as Assassin's Creed. So it's basically Assassin's Creed with a Lord of the Rings coat of paint. However, the combat is more in the style of the Batman Arkham games. So I would basically consider that to be like an Assassin's Creed open world game, which is already a good start, with a Batman combat system, which I would say is, marginally better than what we had in Assassin's Creed. Um, and on top of that, the biggest selling point to these games is they have a nemesis system where basically there's a dynamic system in the game for emergent storytelling wherein the orcs you encounter in the game will have like defined personalities, and you'll take them out in order to like carve through like the in-game hierarchy of orcs. But then if they beat you, they'll raise up through the hierarchy and become stronger on subsequent playthroughs. But simultaneously, so basically there's a process in the games where if certain characters beat you enough, they actually become like your in-game rival, so to speak. But you're also able to do stuff where you like take control of orcs or recruit them to your side. That seems to me more sort of like the sequel content we're seeing here. I'm not so sure about it. Um, as far as I know, though, I don't give a shit about the story. The story's not the strong points of these games anyway. The strong point is supposed to be the gameplay. So let me just say right off the bat, there are three main things that have turned me off of playing these games. The first is just the general style of this game. If it was just a guy with a sword running around and there wasn't really too much more to him, that would honestly be a bit more interesting to me. That they're imposing on the game that, oh, you're also simultaneously possessed by the ghost of like some elf dude who supplements your attacks with like more ghostly stuff. That's adding like a little bit too much to what I already want to do and feel would be cool. So when I see gameplay where your character does something cool, but then at the same time you're like injecting this whole separate mechanic where like, oh, some ghostly second character who's not you is also doing cool shit at the same time. Focus on what this guy's doing. Like, I don't give a shit about that, especially when it's like, oh, he's doing like some anime shit. It's like, I was perfectly content just being like some badass Lord of the Rings character. You really didn't need to add this whole extra level to it, you know? I'm normally on board with like the whole anime shit, but again, this is Lord of the Rings. I'm content to just be like some gory, ripping orcs apart sort of game. It doesn't need to be, oh, you also have a ghostly alter ego character who's like half of you at all times, as like even, the screen here is heavily leaning on. I'm not big on that. So that's a bit of a turnoff, but that doesn't mean the game isn't fun or anything, right? Well, this game is also published by Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers cannot help themselves but fuck up every single goddamn thing they touch. They are one of the worst publishers of video games, in my opinion, these days. They fucked up the Arkham games. They fucked up the Hitman games. And as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, they also fucked up these games. I first heard about there was a review embargo or some stupid shit going on with, I think, the first game that Jim Sterling did a video on. You know, back when Jim Sterling was, you know, actually likable and not just the cringiest fat fucking politically twisted cunt motherfucker on the planet. Back when I actually liked watching his stuff and his smarmy, like, narcissistic attitude was, like, kind of a funny farce that he was playing. Where he is now, it feels a bit too real, and I don't like to indulge in it. Anyway, so that was like a, oh shit, we better not I better not actually spend money on, like, the first game. That doesn't seem good. Then the sequel came out, and I heard, oh, they didn't do any of that stuff anymore. They didn't do any of that stuff. I didn't hear about the whole loot box shit. But what I did do is I did actually buy this game. And I did actually buy it on the previous generation of consoles. This is one of those games that was like, it's coming out, we're going on the new systems, and we're also coming out on the old system. So I bought this for Xbox 360. I put it in my system, and I tried to play it, and it is the most, it was the most sluggish piece of shit on the planet. It was instantly, I was like, frame rate. Like, I am almost never a guy to whine about, like, frame rates or anything. One of the slowest people to whinge about frame rates in video games, but holy fuck. I was coming from the 360 era, barely tolerating some of the worst shit that Bethesda can put out, and I played this game, and I was like, this is unplayably bad. So, at least to my mind, I was like, well, okay, it's probably good because it's getting great reviews, but unfortunately they only released the good game on the new version of consoles, and they simultaneously shat it out on the old version of consoles, but they didn't optimize it at all. So the old version, the vanilla version of this game on, like, Xbox 360 and probably PS3 is just a fucking scam. Which is actually very similar to what Bethesda did, which is their good version of the game, quote-unquote, was on PC and Xbox 360, but then the PS3 version got completely shat on. So the great versions of the games got, like, the great reviews, but then the shitty versions of the games that a lot of people suffered and have fucking trauma from playing, they're like, oh, we're not going to mention that. Just 10 out of 10. Perfect game. On every console but the PS3. Not that Skyrim was perfect. Skyrim was a fucking shit heap on launch. Anyway, so it's been several years since this has come out. I'm aware of the loot box thing that apparently was an issue at the time. Not that I don't have an issue with loot boxes, but I gotta say, loading this up, one of the first screens that popped up was basically a little text prompt that said, hey guys, we appreciate your feedback. We're going forward with adding free updates to this game to make your experience better. We are getting rid of the marketplace, and we're going to remove every aspect of it from this game. So, I take that to mean they sufficiently pissed somebody off, because that's not the Warner Brothers I'm used to seeing. I'm used to seeing Warner Brothers ripping out entire fucking characters, like Catwoman from Arkham City, or Joker from Arkham Asylum, or Deathstroke from the third Arkham game, or whatever the other fucking bullshit they did. that pre-order fucking garbage. Those are good games, too. Or at least Arkham City was. That's the only one I really played extensively. That was a really good game. And it was great content that they advertised on the fucking case. But wasn't actually on the disc that they sold you. Fucking scam. Anyway. I've already got a video on my channel about Hitman 2 being a scam. Did the same thing for Hitman 1, and Hitman 3 doesn't even have a complete physical release. I'm absolutely certain of that. If the definitive edition of Hitman 1 isn't complete, and I don't even think there is a definitive edition of Hitman 2 out, then of course Hitman 3 doesn't have a fucking finished release that came out. The default version of Hitman 2 you can buy is missing a third of the fucking levels. So I already have, like, all of the animosity and the skepticism and, oh my god, don't touch me with that shit, going into this, purely because Warner Brothers is attached. But this is, like, on sale for, like, $7 fucking bucks. And I was already considering replaying, like, Assassin's Creed again. Assassin's Creed 2, mainly. You know, the good Assassin's Creed games. But I was, like, remembering, it's like, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood was the game I really wanted to play. Because it's like Assassin's Creed 2. But with, like, a whole Brotherhood mechanic, where you could, like, recruit assassins to, like, do stuff for you and stuff. That sounds really cool. Except they, like, dumbed down the combat to make it even easier. You can just chain assassinate everyone. As opposed to back when, like, the combat was fucking hard and ball-breaking, like in the first game. And then, you know, I was just watching some reviews. It's like, yeah, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood really does seem kind of insultingly easy. And there's all that shit about, like, oh, there's the modern timeline story that they need to fucking shove up your ass in every single fucking game that I give zero shits about. And that's on top of, like, a period piece story that I already don't care about. Intermixed with all the, like, follow a guy type of missions, which, you know, I could already do without. But then I was just thinking of, like, wait a second, there's also, like, these games where instead of the Brotherhood mechanic, they had the whole Nemesis system, which was big enough to sell that fucking game. So, I just installed this, and I've been waiting the last 3 hours for it to be playable. So, here we are. And loading it up right away and being told that, hey, we're getting rid of the market for real this time. We like you guys, we promise. Like, at a certain time, I'm sure that would scathe me, but for that to be, like, my first experience with what this game is telling me, it's like, we are doing everything we can to eliminate microtransactions from this game. That sounds great. And I already was watching some review that said basically all the microtransaction stuff that was in this game is just for stuff you can already unlock normally anyway. So it's not like we're gating a ton of content. So in all, to be perfectly clear though, this is a blind playthrough on the vanilla version of the game. I don't know if this game has like expansion content or anything, but I have not played it. Going through the options, something I really did appreciate was this. You so often get like main menu screens that will give you options to like the audio menu, right? But how can you possibly know what it's like if it's not also demonstrating to you like ordinary gameplay audio? Because sometimes the main menu music is like really quiet and stuff, right? Then how can I like test audio leveling? I can't. So you being able to hear me at a decent level now is thanks to the amount of effort they took to actually play some actual like in-game audio at an appropriate level, so I can actually gauge how much my microphone should be on as opposed to the actual game volume. Anyway, let's start it. I'm really interested in seeing where this goes in... What the fuck? So there is DLC content? Play as Elven Assassin Eltariel in her quest to defeat the Nazgul. Play as Baranor on his mission to open up a second... Oh my gosh, is that a black man in Lord of the Rings? Guys, Rings of Power happened before Rings of Power happened. I don't actually care about that shit, it doesn't matter. But... I don't think I downloaded, like, a special version of the game, so... But it seems like it's trying to install this stuff. Whatever, we're just playing the main mission anyway. Plays Talion. We'll do that. Standard difficulty. Your enemies will not succumb to you easily, and you are likely to experience everything the Nemesis system has to offer. You are likely to experience... Okay. Oh, okay. Select this difficulty if you wish to focus on the main storyline. No thanks. Victories against your enemies will come more easily, but you may not experience all that the Nemesis system has to offer. I take that to mean, like, you see more shit when a guy kills you enough times. Nemesis. Put your skills to the test and experience the full breadth of the Nemesis system. Orcs are smarter and more adaptive, requiring careful consideration of each enemy's weaknesses. Death is guaranteed. The ultimate test of your skills, Gravewalker. All enemies strike faster, deal more damage, take more punishment. Grunts are far more formidable, and you have no last chances. Death will be frequent. Enemies are as fast, intelligent, and lethal as on Gravewalker, but your damage is greatly increased, and might and wrath meters fill faster, allowing you to use more special moves. You have one last chance by default. So, Gravewalker is the highest difficulty, but Brutal is like you're a superhero too, I guess? I'm kind of tempted to go with Nemesis, because it's not, like, telling me that it's just going to buff everything. But it's telling me, like, the AI is going to be, like, more alert and shit. And part of what I was reading was suggestive that the game might be a little bit too easy. Let me actually look this up right now. Shadow of War, what difficulty level? Which Shadow of Earth difficulty war is best? WB's patented Nemesis system? Do they actually patent it? Man, I hate articles that can't just spit it out. Normal is great to start, and overall normal stays fairly balanced between being challenging but sometimes forgiving. However, those looking for even more challenge, or those who have played the game before, may opt to try out great. You're just saying Gravewalker. What about Nemesis? What about Nemesis difficulty? On my first run, I went with Nemesis. This was before Brutal was officially released. Had some fun with it, yet for some odd reason, it felt easy. Nemesis felt easy. I don't know, maybe I just quickly adapted to the controls and the game feel, since I literally took my Shadow of Mordor disc out of my PlayStation like 30 minutes earlier. Nemesis system was astronomical and allowed the full Nemesis system experience. I then tried Gravewalker, and let me just say, shit went from 0 to 1,000 real fucking quick. Captains one-shot you, blah blah blah. Brutal arrived. Best possible experience, in my opinion. Nearly the same as Gravewalker system in combat, but you get a boost as well to your damage, might gain, and wraith gain. Made things fair for you and the enemy. So basically, Brutal is like turbo mode for DMC. Is how I'm interpreting that. Most people say they prefer normal or easy. Play how you prefer. Brutal is like a thrilling mode where you have to switch your tactics, approach the way. Blah, blah, blah. Normal. Nemesis is what I'm most comfortable on. Tried on Nemesis and got super irritated, so I swapped to normal. Can you change difficulty mid-game? Let me ask that. Shadow of War. Can you change difficulty mid-game? Can be altered by changing the AI's strength in single player and play with friends. Oh, does that include AI characters? What? Yeah, you can change it anytime, and there aren't any trophies related to difficulty either. No, feel free to switch between difficulties whenever you like. Okay, well, never mind. I guess I'm agonizing over this, and it doesn't matter. Let's start with Nemesis in this case. Okay. Supposedly, I actually have some freedom to build out the main character how I'd like. If I have an opportunity to, like, pull back on, like, the Wraith shit, I think I'm gonna do that. The story so far. Okay.
I had a family once. A wife.
This is beautiful.
And a son. And I buried them along with everyone I even knew. What has happened to me? Am I dead?
You are banished from death. Cast adrift between the worlds of light and dark. You are bound together, Talion. My life and yours.
Who are you, Wraith?
I shaped the history of Middle-earth. I crafted the Rings of Power.
Oh, shit.
Celebrimbor, greatest smith of the Second Age. Sauron deceived you into making the rings. He tortured both you and your kin.
Perhaps that pain was what connects us.
I should have died with my family.
I thought you wanted revenge. But there is only one way to close the circle. To defeat Sauron.
The time has come for a new ring.
Time has come for a new ring. A new ring? Making a new ring of power. What the fuck? I have seen the movies. I'm very familiar with Lord of the Rings.
The world of men
Ooh, shit.
is ending.
that line 100% would not exist if not for the movies.
I have felt it. In the fires of Mount Doom, a ranger and a wraith, bound together in death, craft the one thing that could challenge the Dark Lord. A ring of power.
Is that how you make a ring? You just have like a ring already made, and you just smash it with a hammer over and over?
The future I have seen cannot come to pass.
Celebrimbor.
Is this the end of the previous game? I have no idea.
How do you answer?
Talion, this is beautiful. Where did you find it?
I still have a few friends left in Gondor. What's wrong, my love?
The past is the past. Nothing can be changed.
They got that uncanny thing where like their face doesn't entirely move as it should. I think it's usually like they don't have like expression in their eyes. I think that's usually the thing. Like their eyebrows will like rotate a little bit but it's mostly just like the mandible talking.
The Wraith calls to you. I call to you.
Wraith! Where are you?
I would honestly have been really impressed if that actually seamlessly moved into gameplay, because that actually looked pretty good, just like resolution-wise. Okay, now it looks like we got in-game graphics, I think.
He calls your name.
We got the ring whispers. There is another thing that I recall from playing that I didn't like, and that was that there was like a two-sword mechanic. He does have two swords, but I remember like there was like a rationale in Witcher, which is not a game series I've played at really much at all. But like you have a normal sword and then you have a silver sword, and you're supposed to use like the silver sword for certain enemies, and I really don't like that. Okay. I feel sluggish. Okay, R2 to enter stealth. How do I move faster?
Weeks. Spiders don't count.
Triangle to attract.
I'm going to kill him. Need to keep quiet. I'm going to kill him.
Okay.
These orcs are preparing for war.
Are they now?
Never know what you'll find here. Talion. Talion.
Yeah, famous last words.
So we'll go across here.
We must defeat her.
R1 to grab enemies. I thought I was trying to throw him off a cliff. It was telling me how to throw off a cliff, and it didn't tell me what the button combo was. It just says like shank or drain. What the fuck does that mean?
Free me.
Okay. I'm gonna guess I don't want to try to kill everybody right now. Was that too overt? Oh, that seems to indicate... Oh, shit. Hi there. I don't know what the green thing is. That triangle? Okay. I'm not killing anybody, it seems. Okay. Can they chase me across here? No. Okay. Stealth kill. Is that actually a stealth kill? Don't mind me, guys. Oh, hold X to sprint. Oh. Bye-bye. Whoa. Spiders. Okay. I don't know if that was the optimal way to go through that. I'm gonna guess I don't want to aggro a whole room of orcs at this point. Especially on Nemesis difficulty. Wish the controls were a little looser than they are.
Celebrimble, what has been done to you?
You've kept us waiting.
What is he? How is he saying his name? Calibrimble? What the fuck is that?
Spider does not forfeit his prey, Ranger. Not unless a great enough is set before it.
Oh, lovely.
I called you here for a reason. I called you here.
You will return him to me. Now.
Who is she? What is she?
You are brave. For a man. But it is not your sword that will save him. How much are you willing to sacrifice? To suffer. To suffer.
I have given up everything.
Not everything. Not yet.
You want the ring?
You would give me the ring for the Wraith.
And find myself beside him in your web.
I am Shelob, and I deal only in truth.
I'm sorry, you're identifying as Shelob the spider?
I wouldn't give it
Shelob
up
that was actually a literal spider, not like a metaphorical spider? Or like a spiritual spider? A lady cosplaying as a spider?
Take your prize.
What is this bullshit?
I'm impressed, Ranger. He must mean something to you. Go to your puppet before he dies.
have doomed us, Talion. Her power was vast before, and now you have given her mine. I poured my life force into that ring.
I have no idea what's going on.
We must take it back.
Having seen the movies and read The Hobbit makes me much more confused.
The war you came to fight is not here. The ring is lost. So look to Minas Ithil and the Dark Lord's armies that surround it. Look to the Palantir. Sauron will not stop until all of Middle-earth is dominated.
What is this Lord of the Rings fan fiction bullshit? Sheila being like an actual woman that gets an actual ring of power that is just actually added to like the stock rings that already existed? Like, what the fuck?
Minas Ithil. I must know if Shelob's vision holds true.
Was this like established in the... Come on. I wonder if I can loosen up the controls. There are actually some options I could fuss with. The Siege of Minas Ithil.
The spiders showed us the truth. Gondor's last fortress in Mordor cannot fall.
Gondor has a fortress in Mordor? That's getting a little bit deeper into the lore than I'm familiar with, so... Shadow of War. Okay.
The Palantir is our concern. We must seize it before it falls into Sauron's hands. With it, his armies will be unstoppable. The fate of the city matters not.
I will not let them be slaughtered like my brothers at the Black Gate.
I don't know when
We
this
need to
takes
do
place.
something.
If this is
Taking
like
out the
after
captain
the
should
events of
buy
the
the
Lord of the Rings, or
Gondorians
what?
some time.
And they could lead us to the Palantir. We must find a worm and make him talk.
Find a worm and make him talk. Find intel on the Orc commander. Hold X to move toward a ledge. To jump from any height, you will not take damage from falling. Really? There is no fall damage in this game. That is not something I would expect.
What are we even waiting for? There. His mind is weak.
Planir, Palantir.
Who leads the search for the Palantir?
What is the Palantir? Oh shit. These are Sauron's captains leading the siege. Interrogating worms grants intel. Press X to get intel on this captain. Oh, okay. Bog the Warbringer. He is arrow-proof. Advanced class commander. Emboldens those who fight alongside him, enabling him to unleash their battle lust. He is dazed by stealth attacks. And can be injured by executions. Press triangle, circle, and your might is full. Oh, there's more levels to this. He's also damaged by stealth attacks. He's also fireproof. Okay. So he's got a list of immunities. Arrowproof, fireproof, poisonproof, beastproof. Okay. Well, so far it doesn't seem like he's, like, invincible. It's kind of annoying, because I was under the impression there's, like, probably some orcs who can, like, get some absolute absurd immunities in the game. Like, you can't just straight up attack them. Mark your target. Okay.
The captain leading the search is in the
This is a bit
lower
much.
city.
Then he will go no further.
Okay. My turning feels very slow. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Character. Oh, wow. Okay, this is a bit of a skill tree then. Wraith. Okay. So I can just not invest in Wraith skills if I don't want to. That's cool. Story. Drain. Hold to recover health by draining life from orcs. That seems dumb and campy. Spectral Glaive. I'm assuming that's not unlocked yet. Death Threat. Unlocked by playing Story Quest. Use a worm to deliver a message to a specified captain, letting him know that you are coming for him. This improves your chances of forging high-quality gear after killing the threatened enemy. Ooh. Okay. Okay, inventory. I can't click that yet. Garrison's locked off too. Okay. I think I had like I unlocked like a skin right away. I'm not sure how to do that. Maybe I haven't gotten to a point where I can fuss with that yet. Army. This is just the army of like the given level at the moment, I'm assuming. Yeah, because this guy's like not under my control or anything. Unknown captain. Turns remaining. I don't know what the turns thing is about as it goes on. What I was trying to do was I was trying to... No, not that. I'm trying to access the options menu. Options. Okay. Stick access sensitivity. Select to adjust how quickly analog input rotates the camera horizontally. That seems important. That seems like something that's bothering me right now. Let's just max that out. Yes. Oh wait, that's just the camera. I want to be able to turn my character faster. Oh shit. Go. Oops. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay, options. Put that back. Just how quickly input rotates camera vertically. Just how quickly the camera rotation speed changes. Use slider to adjust how far the stick must be tilted before input is applied. Maybe that's it. Maybe that is impacting me. Oops, I think I canceled out of that. Let's try one more time. No, this guy just turns like a fucking tank. Like, this feels awful. This feels really bad. I really don't like that. Not a fan. Feels sluggish and shit, and it feels sluggish and shit because I've played better games that are not sluggish and shit. Okay. Alright, so he's another worm, right? Whoop. Come on, buddy. Let's find out who this guy is. Horza, swordsmith. By Grogs. Enraged by rival. Becomes enraged when an unknown captain is near. Advanced class tank. Wave of Might, Trive bonus machine. There's so much shit. Holy hell. Mortal weaknesses. Terrified of burning. He's a soft target. Vulnerable to stealth. And heavily damaged by poison. Can be injured by executions. Fire beasts. Okay. Alright. Alright then. Yeah, the controls feel so much clunkier than Neo 2. Feel a lot clunkier than Neo 2. Whoop.
You should have kept your mouth shut. Now we're stuck back in the rear instead of where the fight is. Not to me. Didn't march to the edge of nowhere to not kill Manfield.
Okay. Let's just get into some fights. I can't, oh, can I? Oh, oh, hi! I'm trying to do that. Ow. Really not big on how sluggish this feels, and you can imagine how much worse this would be if the frame rate was really bad. Fortunately, it's not, but the frame rate was really bad. I also don't like how close I am to the camera, but there's no option to pull back on that. I can already feel myself sprinting everywhere in this game. I'm not having a great first impression, I gotta admit. I got a decent amount of health back from the life drain.
Sticky pink-skins know where they're beaten. The defenders in the lower sea were pathetic. Cut them down like a bunch of caragor pups. It's the Grey Walker! I thought he was dead. He is!
Carrying the bow.
Okay. L2, aim the bow, charge your shot, fire. Okay. Okay. Investigate clue. That's L1. Oh. What the fuck? Oh. That is some real Arkham City type shit. And not in a good way. This is so dumb. I'd be super content with this type of game if it wasn't fucking goddamn stupid. Elf shot needed. I don't know what that's about. Come on, how do I execute? There we go.
We need to target their captains.
For a boost of elven speed? Oh shit. Okay. This consumes some meter I have, I guess.
The Wraith World will reveal his presence.
Okay. I did it already, come on. Come on. Ah! It's like there's a delay for my, like, button hold. This guy's right here. Hi there. Okay. I'm getting it. Hold near an object to wall climb. Yeah, I figured that out already. What's with these arrows? Oh, hi. Come on. Okay. Okay, so ideally we want to take care of like the little guys if possible, right? I want to leave them to just us. Seems like that would make sense.
It's round and it's blue. They call it the Seeing Stone. You see that, then you come running to me. Do not touch it. Now I'm gonna say that again.
Okay, that did not go as intended.
Oh, I've heard stories about you and your wraith. Stories about how you can't die. Well, let's find out if they're true.
Okay. What the fuck? Hi. Oh. Oh, there we go. I damaged him. Oh shit, what was that? Okay. Okay. This is such a weird menu. Okay. The menu's weird. Why does it automatically select him, I wonder?
Why are you out here alone?
My raiding party was trapped in the lower city overnight.
How many of you were there?
Not enough.
It didn't expect them to throw
Still stands.
press X QuickTime events at me.
We're about to lose the middle city, Ranger. They'll be closing the gate if they haven't already. We need to get up there as fast as we can.
We'll be right behind you. Wait. What is your name?
Idril.
Talion.
Don't fall behind, Talion. We've lost enough men today.
Enjoy. Follow Idril.
Do you hear that, Ranger?
I need help.
Closing the gate.
Then let's cut a path up there.
Sergeant Tarandor's going to need our help. Let's move.
Got an epic cut through the swamp type of mission. Okay, so I'm gonna end off here. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye bye.